gonna go up for me. Good boy. Good boy. Hi. There you go. There you go. Alright, Morris, let me get yours. You and Stripe are waiting so patiently over here. New routine, though. I gotta go back in the house and get it. I can't carry everything. Yep, you two. Eat yours also. Ah, thank God for the lever handle, though. The lever handle for the win. Best thing invented for doors. Morris! Come on, honey. Ha ha ha. Good boy. Wow, it looks and feels like a jungle out here today. I have to say. Everything is greened back up and perked back up and grown a couple inches and oh, wow. I like it. I like it. It's a good compromise. Trade-off between the humidity. As dragonflies are fighting each other. I don't know if you've noticed, but when I've been out and about, but we have serious amounts of those big blue dragonflies patrolling the yard. Oh, I was going to go to the rain gauge, the physical one. Tempest said we had a little over 3/10 of an inch. And it thunder boomed more last night than other nights. Let's see what this says. Oh, this is more like a 1/2 inch, which would be pleasing. See what the lower one said. The lower one should be more accurate. Yeah, it's saying a 1/2 inch, so Tempest was a little under. And I'm sure that there wasn't water in them yesterday after me watering plants, because I didn't water too many plants yesterday. So that's good. We have a 60% chance at 5:30 p.m. or something like that, according to A today. So a chance for more rain. The rain took my GFCI over here down. Not the end of the world. I know exactly which cord is causing it. We're just not able to currently fix it because of all the vegetation. Good morning, my inflatable kitty. Come on. The thing is once I stand it up in the morning, it really isn't giving us any other trouble during the day. It just sort of comes up backward. Hi. Let's fix Snoopy too. Yeah, I don't have to water this morning because we had that nice rain last night. I'll just be going and refreshing all the kitty water bowls. It'll have debris and other unwanted things in the water. There you go. He doesn't have, he's got water in his head again. So he's probably going to fall back over and drain. Okay, well, we'll let you drain then somehow. Here. That way your fan gets noise and your hat it's dripping out the back. I'm not going to take him down and unzipper him, and we'll let him self-drain today. This is Morris up there by himself eating with Tux. He's really been trying to make friends with Tux and mostly having success. I mean, Tux might decide to swat him, not while he's eating, but in general, like down here, if Morris comes to try to nudge him, but he wouldn't. I don't think he wants to take him out. It would be more of a, yeah, don't do that. A little discipline versus a, I don't know why he's decided up top is good, but he has, Morris, so he's got choices. Well, it's definitely sticky and sunny right off the bat. Yep. We heard our hawks a little bit yesterday, but not not a lot. I noticed where I had set the sprinkler that the stand fell over. I don't think it's damaged, it's just on the ground. Since I'm not running it today and there's more storms today, I'm inclined to just leave it. Well, it's an empty state of affairs out here, but I'm determined to come see my buddy regardless. I'm glad he's not suffering, and I'm glad he's not suffering in the heat wave we're having. And I miss him. Dawn really has been helping, taking me to see flowers. Be away from the house a little bit. Be reminded of the beautiful things in life. I hear you listening to Nick Horwitz. Isn't that his name?
Right. Norwitz, yes. He was quoted about CGMs in the Guardian. They quoted him. BBC, I'm sorry. The BBC had an article published in where they quoted him. And everything he said I would agree with. And his post on X just kind of elaborates on a couple of the points.
Okay.
And so that led me to something else of his. And I was listening to it. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, he's the guy that fixed, I guess, irritable bowel syndrome by going low carb, keto, carnivore. Is he full carnivore now?
Yeah, he's definitely low.
Definitely low carb keto.
He's a lean mass hyper responder now, whereas I think
that means he has super high LDL, even though he's really thin.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
The point is that he could not walk. He had a lot of problems.
He was really sick.
Really sick.
And he changed his diet, and he sort of crusades, I think would be a fair word. Although he's he's got a degree. I mean, he's very smart.
Very smart. He's got a PhD from Oxford, and he's going to Harvard Medical.
Yeah, he's super smart. So it's not but it is sort of a mission of his to enlighten others. Anyway, I was just commenting that you looked comfortable there with your coffee and your X, and we've totally, I don't think, missed the newspaper either online or delivered anymore. It just doesn't. We have changed, and we're not missing it.
Yeah, pretty much. I agree.
Yeah, I still get the emails about breaking news from the News and Observer, because my email was a subscriber email, and I guess I had signed up for those, and I find them somewhat helpful, so I allow them to come. But
sure.
Anyway, I'm almost done.
Alrighty.
He knows what that means.
Yeah.
Good morning, Gray. How are you? Hi. I see you've been scratching on your scratching post, and there's carpet and debris down there, which is good because that's where you're supposed to scratch. But Mama will need to get Johnny one day this week to take you to the bathroom and hang with you while I vacuum in here. She cannot handle the vacuum. I would do a quick touch-up more often, but it would distress her so much. It's just little bits of carpet. It's not worth it. This thing has a big carpet base, and she likes it, which is good. Again, that's what she's supposed to do. We are out here on the Greenway Trail. Often on the weekends we go away from the little local trail. Although, last week or two, the heat's been bad, but we've had, now we have time. We can do other things on weekdays too right now. So, anyway, it's hazy, hot, and humid. The 3 H's that rule our summer. And, we'll be turning around at the lake today. That's far enough. That's 2.5 miles. We haven't even been doing that. We've been doing like 1.5 miles when we've been just walking up the South Park and turning around. So we'll get in plenty of walk today. That's all I was trying to say, is we're going to get him plenty of walk today. You're looking quite spiffy in your red and black today. It's Tiger Woods Sunday.
Yeah, I guess.
Not on purpose, but...
Well, it was a conscious thing yesterday. I was going to wear it, but I put on the other one. I said, well, I'd save that for Sunday. So I guess you could debate that Tiger had a little bit to do with it. Okay, yeah, his showing at the... What was it? The Open was sad. Yeah. My word, sad. Well, I'm glad the sun's not out, because I'd hate to feel the heat and humidity if the sunshine were coming down also. Yeah, it's pretty thick out here. Yeah, it's not pleasant. It's not that crisp fall feel to the air where you go, oh yeah, let's walk an extra mile today. Oh no, 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 no. We made it to the lake, and as you can see, it's still pretty cloudy. There's a lot of swans out here. There's a few mallard ducks, females over here on the side. The spillway has just a little water trickling over, and the water is just about even with the spillway, so it's higher than it was the last time we were here. I don't remember exactly what day that was, but sometime in the last 2 weeks. And I've done my pogo, and now I've made my video at the turnaround point and over the pretty water, so I'm going to let us get out of the sun, or start to walk to get out of the sun. But you can see the 2 female mallards are over here. And there are some people on the far dock. They fish and maybe put paddle boats or canoes in over there. No boats. This is not big enough for that. So this is a native. This is coastal sweet pepper bush. It grows from Nova Scotia to Florida, and from the East Coast out to Texas. It does have a nice aroma to it, and I thought it looked a little bit like a buckeye. It's got to be in the same family with the way the flower grows on the end of the deciduous bush and the leaf shape. But for those of you that enjoy the plant part of the day, I thought that was an interesting notice on the trail, and thank you to whatever thing in my photo, Google Lens or Apple Lens or whatever it is, telling me what it was without me having to go to... I was pretty good at finding stuff on my own without the help, but I'll take the AI help, because when I'm walking, I really need to pay attention where I'm going. Right. And there were walks back in the day where 15, 30 minutes I'm on my phone trying to figure out, you know, inquiring minds have to know what that plant or butterfly was, and I appreciate now that I don't have to do that. And it's growing right where it should be, in the shade and where it's wet. I think the AI for things like identifying trees and plants is a perfect use of an AI.
Yeah, I still see on Facebook sometimes these apps saying they'll do this for you and they want you to buy them. I got news, like everybody's smartphone does this for free now. So yeah, maybe the service has a value add, like it automatically GPSes the location and marks in a little tour book that you found some plant in a spot or something. I mean, I can see things the app could do that Google's not, but since I took a picture of it and Google and Apple and the AI know what it is, I effectively have that.
You even got the GPS cord.
Yeah, on the picture. So I don't know what value add those apps would have per se. Yeah, I found out this is pretty, but an invasive, and I don't remember what it's called, and I'm not looking it up again right now, but this is an invasive, and even though it has a flower, it's not a good thing, according to what I read. My information is only as good as the source that I read from. So we came back to Jules, and this guy in the Tacoma was parked next to us, and he's inside his car here for a while. Here's the truck.
Plenty of gap.
There's plenty of gap, but there are more free spaces here and side-by-side free spaces than there are full. So I just assumed that when there's a whole empty parking lot and somebody parks next to us wherever we are, that they're doing that on purpose to be a jerk. But I mean, I could be wrong. But he, not only did he get out of his car, and remember there's a whole parking lot here, but now he's going to start doing his exercises. And I've never seen him touch Jules.
No, he didn't.
I haven't seen him touch Jules, but he's over there doing these shenanigans in between our car and his car, you know, for the longest of times. And I guess he thinks he's all that. He did run past us on the trail. And I like, you know.
Yeah,
but
he's out really exercising. He is not just out here to park next to Teslas.
yeah, I would send him the video if I could. You know, like I said, I guess he thought it was more, maybe he was looking for a private spot. And so he parked next to another vehicle so nobody would see him doing his exercises. I don't know.
You know, that's a reasonable hypothesis.
Right, maybe he wanted privacy and our car helped it provide that.
It's
But
the best one for privacy.
But I'm just going to say that I find this, I object. I'll just leave it there. We are not happy with Jules today. Jules is oftentimes today on the white line and actually went off the road.
Ran off the road.
And there, of course, was a pothole that Don had to deal with. And Don recovered really well and all is good. But just, you know, on this release, this might be the first time we've been on super backcountry roads.
Yeah,
and
there is no, on those roads we're on, the white line here, you got another maybe foot of asphalt. Those roads we were on, the edge of the right edge of the white line was grass. There's no asphalt on there.
Yeah, this is a generous shoulder here in comparison to the road we were on where we had the incident. But, you know, I expect her not to run off the road. And, you know, human drivers, me in particular, we go toward the center when there's nobody coming and it's super narrow. I mean, that's just how humans drive. You don't want to go off the road. All it takes is getting scared running off the road one time, and you learn don't do that. So I need the AI to learn that too.
Right. I would say that I'm agreeing with you because it's like this is a car, it's got traction control, it's got all this stuff. There is no way, because the white lines were better than this. That road was perfectly acceptable. There is no confusion. Nice dark pavement, nice bright lines. Contrast was plenty good. No shadows, no nothing. This car, I could have turned if I was driving at the speed she was going, I'd just turn the wheel a little harder. But she decided that I don't want to turn the wheel that. I'd rather run off of the road than to turn the wheel a little harder. And I think that's unacceptable. She should have cranked the wheel.
Yeah. So Don's taken me to the hand-picked nursery in Benson at my request. I have not been here before. Well, she's going to take us right past Broadwell's. We're at Old Stage in 210.
Right.
Which is a wholesale nursery that
Well, we went a really convoluted way to get here.
Right, we went the way Jules told us to come here. I just thought we were going to head 55 to Angier, turn left on 210, which is the road in front of us, and then go however it told us to go. Because I thought it was kind of at... Oh, she's turning, not going straight. Okay, so we're actually not going in front of Broadwell's. But yeah, we were on 55, which runs into 210. So instead of staying on 55, a nice wide U.S. highway with, you know, reasonable road, she took us on those back roads, which I saw some really pretty scenery. Thank you, Jules, but also you ran off the road. And we saw a lot of tobacco, and I wanted to say that, you know, that's North Carolina continuing to help Americans stay addicted to nicotine. It's just really hard to see all the tobacco in the field. I don't know. And farmers need the farming, and it just, you know, is what it is. Don did let me know he was just a little disappointed to leave Jules's air conditioning. We have, like I said, we've not been here before, and I don't quite know what to expect, and we're just going to walk around. Wow, that's big. Joseph's coat. That's an interesting plant. Sun to shade. It looks, you know, a little bit like the variegated ground cover I have. Yeah, the fans in here in the greenhouse are just like, oh my God. wonder if they would be okay or not. Sedge. Not liriope, not spider plant, but sedge. Fireworks goldenrod, not to be confused with other yellow flowering things that will make you sneeze. There's more on the other side, so wouldn't you like to have this with cherry tomatoes coming out all over the place? I guess I went that way and this way, but I didn't look here. We're gonna go across. I like the flowers on the side of the fence. There's several other greenhouses and things out here. Oh, look at the duckies. Hi. Good. Well, like Broadwell's and some of the other local places, you are allowed to go inside and look. These are mostly houseplants. This is pretty. And I did pick out a bald cypress from this pile here. $15. Yeah, it's just listed as red Japanese maple. No more specifics on this. So some azaleas, some special pines, hostas. I don't plant hostas because, oh, there's some of the maples. Because the deer eat the hosta. That is pretty, but that is not a grafted tiny. Yeah, they just have them marked as green or red. If you want one that looks like the one on the side of the house that Don and JB just had to fix, buy this one. This is basically that tree. It's a great tree. Beautiful color in the fall, but it's not grafted, and it's, you know, it's going to get big. It's going to get big. How big will it get? Big.
Big, Andy, big. This guy's doing what that guy on YouTube said to do. You take these really skinny beanpole-like maple trees and you spiral them around and make it the S shape.
And you grow poison ivy underneath it.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's just recovering from poison ivy. He said he just got ate up with it.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh.
He must be the owner. There's nobody else.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I hear you. Well, that was definitely...
He was telling that other lady that he's just recovered and just now getting up where he can move around.
Oh, God. Yeah. Well, what happens is the roots are also poisonous, and sometimes you don't know.
Right.
It's got hydrangeas, and there's Fatsia over here, and there's those Fosco-sheki hollies, a lot of Nandina. I'm walking around careful in here because he's, you know, been sprinkling and the ground is soft. There's a peony. Oh, I'm under the sprinkler again. Okay. Don't want to take the new camera necessarily right under the sprinkler, although it's just dripping. This is pretty. Just sitting here pretty. Hello, how are you? Hi, were you sleeping? Were you sleeping? Hi, sweet thing. I'm not following you. I was just walking this way. You look like you're used to people here. Do you get lots of pets from your family? You're very pretty. Yeah, you're very pretty. She looks like she'd let me pet her, but I'm just being respectful. Try not to scare Dawn too much. Hi. Hello. Oh, you're so pretty. You are. You're so pretty. Hi, sweetheart. I have a feeling that's an invitation for you to grab a hold of my arm. And since we're not well acquainted, I thought I saw some more small maples back this way. And I was on the other side. They're only 15, but like I said, these are not grafted specialty trees. These are more the ones you graft onto, which they still make for a nice tree. I was looking to see if there was one that had a small, thin enough stem to try to bonsai. Maybe that one.
Impressive. So the Model S turned out it was plugged in at the house right next to the nursery, which was part of the nursery.
The owners, yeah.
Yeah, I would say the owner, and he came by and talked to us for a minute. Helped us find what Miriam bought, bald cypress or something or another.
Yep, I bought a bald cypress and some sort of a red Japanese maple that we're going to try to bonsai. Okay, we bought a really thin, tiny thing on purpose.
Well, yeah, we're gonna make it do different. Just to just go straight, we're gonna make it
S. We're going to try for an S.
Yeah.
Dawn is going to wrap it for me and try for an S.
Yeah.
But yeah, the people back there that own the nursery appear to own an older Model S. So I'm sorry that was a bust on flower pictures. If we see someplace with some pretty flowers on the way home, I'm sure Dawn will pull right on in so I can take some pictures.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing a new post in Tesla Owners North Carolina, somebody that's got 12.4.3 and showed a screenshot of a picture of a new message on the screen here saying sunglasses detected, monitoring not available. Supposedly, I guess 12.4.3 is hands-free, assuming it can monitor things. I was just gonna say our family doesn't wear sunglasses, kind of on purpose. I got Dawn retrained not to wear them. I mean, we have them if we were snowblind or if we were driving west and there was eye fatigue, you know, late in the afternoon, that would be a little different. But just like every time we get in the car, we're not putting sunglasses on. But yeah, the guy's comment was, and I guess I can't disagree with them, is this makes using FSD during the day not usable 12 or 10 months out of the year or something. I don't know. I guess I'll have to see it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It should, to me, if you have sunglasses on, hopefully what it would do, because he didn't talk about if that meant he couldn't use FSD at all or if it just switched back to wheel detection. I say just switch back to wheel detection. All the cars out on the roads now have that capability. So it's nice people want hands-free, and you know, the eye detection is how Tesla's thinks they've perfected it enough to do that. But if eye detection is not available, then go back to wheel torque and still let the driver use FSD. I hope that's how it works. Has anybody else experienced it yet and have any more feedback? Maybe I'll put a question on the post. We just passed a car on the left-hand side off in the ditch, and there was a pine tree limb 10 feet long by 8-inch diameter through the hood. Like in two,
The tree fell on them.
Yeah, the tree fell on him, and it had to have just happened. And someone had come and moved most of the tree off the road, but the car hadn't been cleared yet. And that does happen here. Unfortunately, it does.
Yeah.
Don's driving me through South Park to do the pogo loop, and I think the park's missing us, Donnie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trash down. We've only been avoiding over here as to not be out in the direct sun at 90 degrees. That's the only real reason why.
I agree.
Hey there. Hi. Hi. It's drizzling. It's not raining very hard though. Hey, buddy. It's not, see, it is raining, but it's not even raining enough that Marty cares to get out of his chair. We're home, obviously.
Okay, so I came out to put the TPU on Johnny's TPU. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. I've got it set for 51%. 51C. It's inside this box here, and that will dry the TPU. There's not much left, but you know, it's set for 16 hours, so it'll be dry in 6 hours. It said, the piece of paper said it takes about 6 hours for TPU at 51C. While I was here, the LCD screen on the printer said, hey, you know, you need to clean and lubricate your Z-axis, and it put a QR code up on, so I did it. So what the Z-axis is, there's 3 screws. There's that one, that one, and that one in the back. And I cleaned it with a rag, microfiber, and it was kind of greasy. And then they gave us these little packs of grease. There's like 5 of them that came with the printer. It's only once every 3 months, so I mean 5 packs should last a year easily. I didn't quite use it all up. But anyway, it looks pretty good. So it's ready to go, but I think Johnny's not going to send the TPU to the printer until a little bit later tonight. The plate's clean and ready, so he's got a 9-hour print, I think is what Marianne said.
You can really see the shape of it now starting to come together. The 3rd floor here will have the rounded slope, but not this little bit hanging out because it's not the full porch here. I'm missing the 2 straight medium nougat pieces, but they fit there exactly. It'll be perfect. Obviously, I'm not done with this floor yet. I've got to build out this this window here, and yeah, mostly it's just building out this window here for the next floor. And it does on the inside basically mirror the other side. I guess I need to make the 2 chairs too. See the 2 chairs. Since it's a bed and breakfast, there would be repetition from one room to the next, so I'm not worried about that too much. I would have made the comforter and the rug different, but since I have these nice different color, but since I have these nice new pieces, I just went with it. So yeah, I pulled off that piece there to let the person walk through and basically decoration walk around the porch rail. So I need just the 2 flat pieces there, and I've made the pinholes. But this pin for the 2nd floor, I've got to swap out the part that's over here, no big deal. So it's coming along. I got to order some more corner pieces. I'm out. I don't think the next floor uses them, just this floor, but I'm 4 short. So I just substituted white for now. Obviously, I'm going to want to fix that. So yeah, it's coming along nicely, but you can definitely see the full shape of the house now coming together. Nighttime gives her seal of approval. Thank you, sweetheart.